My older sister would rather stay at a women's shelter than be with me, her own brother. My older sister, 35F, is a chief petty officer in the Navy Reserves. You wouldn't know that from how she acts though. She's a very, very shy woman, and she has a habit of apologizing for everything she does. She's a damn good CPO though. My sister is married to a man, 31M, who I, 28M, initially thought was an okay guy, but these days, her husband has turned into a monster. He's obsessed with the idea of turning my sister into one of those tradwives, which my sister fully rejects. Early this month, my sister fled her house to go to stay at a women's shelter, away from her husband. I don't live that far from her at all, and when she told me that her marriage was imploding, I got a bit offended about, 1, why she just kept her problems bottled up and never told me that her domestic life was getting this bad, and, 2, the fact that she went running to an uncomfortable, communal women's shelter rather than staying in the comfort and safety of her own brother's home. I took it as a sign that she didn't trust me in her most vulnerable moment. So anyway, I drove over to her city, and my sister was acting even more shy and quiet than usual. Eventually I kind of blew up at her. I wasn't yelling or being loud because we were at a shelter, but I did convey my anger about how she always keeps her problems to herself, never letting me or anybody else help her, and I told her to stop being such a wimp and stop apologizing for every tiny thing because it annoys the fug out of me. I also told her that I'm taking her to stay at my place. I didn't ask her if she wanted to come, I told her, but in the end, we agreed to have her stay at the shelter. Ida? P.S. I've known for a while now that my sister's husband just isn't a good person. Even in front of me and other people, the husband is verbally abusive. This is something that has been keeping me up at night for a while now. But there's just so much more that's wrong with him that my sister has been hiding from me and her loved ones. She told me a lot more when I met her at the shelter. Before she told me everything, she had maybe told me about 20% of the extent of the abuse that she's endured from her husband. She kept the rest of it all bottled up, and that's what I'm losing my mind about. How can I help her if she doesn't trust me or any other friends and family?